Alright, I'm gonna get the Discord notifications out, but channel is live. And Fastboat is already deciding it's gonna just shit on playing the music. Great. I wish just any of the other bots would work, but it was just like, nah, it's alright, fam. We ain't gonna work.
You know, this NPC can use his strength to fire a crossbow because I say fuck you.
I mean, checks out. You basically throw bolts through a crossbow, right? That's why they call it that.
Essentially.
Bolt thrower.
Also, how fucking good is Bolt Thrower? Until just yesterday, like, I knew they wore their Warhammer inspiration on their sleeve for their first 2 albums. But they were actually fucking contracted by Games Workshop to fucking release those. That's fucking well good. They released their first album at the same time as the rulebook for fucking would have been like first edition came out.
Oh baby.
Oh, wait.
Right now the Wild Beyond the Witchlight characters are currently up.
Well, that's because you're playing those characters today, so buckle up.
Okay.
Alright.
Secretly, I'm playing all of them, and they're going to clash, and we're going to have some classic PvP.
Hell yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna kill that monk in particular. They suck.
Yeah, whoever that one was.
Whoever's playing that one is trash. I particularly don't like the way they portray monks.
Yeah, screw them.
Screw them.
I'm gonna go back to, you know, bending elements. Totally original idea.
I didn't take that one. I took the open hand monk. I'm like, you're gonna catch these hands. You're gonna get the
Sounds good.
slaps. Because I didn't want to go drunken master because it's too cliche. And I'm above that. As a pro gamer, I'm above that. Why does nobody believe me when I say I'm a pro gamer?
What languages do farmers speak? Go!
Amish.
Done!
But I
You
don't
know,
have
fucking, he
those
speaks
languages.
Rogue Cant as well.
Okay. So he's definitely the killer. Mm-hmm. Wrote yourself into a hole there, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Even though you guys have visual confirmation on the killer.
I mean, do we? Envy's not here.
Yeah,
Boom, got you again.
too bad. Also, something happened at the end of last session, but I don't think anyone's noticed yet.
I wasn't awake for that, so.
Did Envy disappeared off the side of the map?
Yeah, we did see that.
That happens at, like, you know, the halfway point.
I mean, I see the dead boar.
There you go.
I mean, you confirmed that there was more than one thing out and about, so we did notice that.
Well, in character, you haven't technically noticed it yet.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. You said that I saw the boar die.
Oh, well, there you go.
You saw the yak die.
Whatever.
The yak
Aren't they
boar.
the same thing? Oh.
No. They are vastly different creatures.
So I forgot that there were pigs on the other side.
The Yakov
You know what?
Smirnovs. Also, hello, Dougler. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Jugler.
Alright, so that should be displaying the right group this time. No, oh, yes it is. Alright, cool. There it is. And I'm going to take this off the splash screen so that Shane can take us away to a magical place. Magical place with coffee.
Yeah, I should probably get my coffee out, shouldn't I?
Ah, I meant to actually make myself some too, because my coffee mug is here. But I failed.
I wanted to, but then we played Final Fantasy right up until the last minute.
Got distracted. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody's mostly here. We still don't have a K. She's evaporated into the aether.
Alright! You guys want to know what's pretty fucking cool?
Why?
Grinding Coffee Co.
Oh.
I should probably double check to make sure I'm saying the name right. I am! I'm not calling it fucking Grinding Co Coffee like I was last week. Grinding Coffee Co. They make some pretty fucking sweet coffee. Like Turtle Dreams. Caramel, chocolate, pecans. Bourbon Delight. All the coffee goodness in all the bourbony goodness. And one I haven't had yet. Fucking bear in mind I'm almost dropping it off my desk. Horror Horo. I don't know, that sounds alright. Sounds pretty
Hora
free.
de hora. You just,
Yes,
have, to,
sorry,
you just have to make it sound Spanish and you're correct.
Yeah, fair call.
I'm sure that's
But
how
you
it
can get all
works.
these. One bag is like fucking $20 a pound or something like that. I can't remember. I wasn't overly fussed. I didn't have any qualms. I also got one of their coffee mugs, which looks pretty fucking sweet. It changes shape. Not shape, dickhead. It changes color when you heat it up to show off their fabulous label. But you can use our promo code to get 10% off. Okay, that's my bit of shilling. Who wants to go next?
We don't really have any other shilling, but what we should get into a habit of doing is introducing ourselves and telling everybody who we're playing. So I'll go ahead.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a long time.
Yeah, we haven't really done that at all. Hello, I'm Rindiz. I will be playing Lorian Riker, the Paladin, Fallen Aasimar Paladin. Popcorn Dido.
Yeah, sure. I'll be playing Jordan Picard. Yeah, that's her name. Life Cleric. Also an Aasimar, but not very fallen.
Hello, I am Shay, and I will be playing Guzrak, or Beef Swellington. Chef Swellington.
Grand Gourmet.
Yes, Jeff Wellington. And last but never least,
It is I, the Frostwind. I play Aldruic, the Gem Dragonborn Bard. Poorly bagpiping his way across the land.
There is also Kay playing Envy, but unfortunately she was not feeling well tonight, so she won't be joining us. And that leaves me. I am Shane, the Dungeon Master, the one that these fools were unfortunate enough to be wrangled into a game with. Anyhow, with that all being said, we shall resume. So, when last we left our adventure, rather, adventurers, you guys decided to try and run two different jobs. Hunting down the dread pirate Malatek, and something strange was going on at a nearby farm. Malatek was brought down without any issues. He totally didn't miss fucking 15 attacks in a row. And now you've moved over to the Boartusk farm, or Boartuft farm, sorry, where something awry was seemingly going on. There were multiple bodies of farm animals that were killed in mysterious ways, in rather different ways from body to body. But you guys don't need to investigate because you've seen and fought what may have been causing it. A mysterious-looking cloud came out of thin air during the night and slapped Aldruic shit with tentacles. That's pretty much all it did, besides killing this boar over here. It didn't really do much, besides,
As you told me,
teleporting
that's a
guys around
yak.
much. Yeah, that's a yak.
Anti-yackle.
You
also
you
discovered
clicked on
that-
it and said boar.
And yaks do not move.
Ah, dang.
They grunt.
Well, the one over here is a boar.
Yes. All of that.
But
is a
yes.
bag of chips.
Let us resume. You guys have just cut down what looked, for all intents and purposes, just to be a cloud. And suddenly, the farm door is thrown open, and it's by now after, it was only 18 seconds of combat, but a couple minutes. The residents of the farm come running out, wondering what all the commotion was.
Hearing, having heard two different voices the other night, I'm not putting my weapons down, but I'm going to just kind of like just watch the horizon, scanning, sniffing the air, listening closely. All the good perception stuffs. Assuming I roll a good perception.
Yeah, you can do that if you'd like.
Ooh, 18.
I like it.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else to be worried about.
At least not for the current moment.
Yeah, Guzrock. During the stillness of the post-battle, Guzrock turns his head and just sniffs a little bit and tries to hear to see if there's anything awry. Of course, there are the sounds of yaks kind of going crazy because they just had a frantic experience. And the boars seem to be awake as well. They seem to be making their noises. I don't know what they make from the other side of the farm as well. But beyond that, you don't hear any strange voices or anything like that. Nothing like you heard the previous night or previous day.
The boars seem agitated as well.
And it's by now that Jax comes along with a big fuck-off crossbow in hand. What happened? What's going on?
Tentacle cloud.
Some monstrosity has been eating your livestock.
Well, what was it?
Tentacle cloud.
Yeah, I'm not overly sure what you mean by that.
There's a cloud with tentacles. I really can't get more specific than that.
Some kind of demon.
Well,
Or aberration.
aberration, really. It didn't pick up on my senses.
Seeing that the boars are agitated too, I'm going to start moving in that direction and do a perimeter check around the whole farm.
Yeah, I like it. I'll come back to that in just a sec. Excuse me. Jax kneels down by this slain yak and kind of pats down its, I don't know, woolly hide. And quickly identifies the two spines that were launched out of the cloud that impaled this thing. And he swears under his breath and kind of complains and rips one out of the carcass. Now, don't you think this looks familiar there, darling? And he turns around and tosses it to Jordan.
Does it look familiar?
Yeah, you've ripped one out of these, one of these out of a drained yak corpse the previous day.
Looks like the thing that killed your other animals.
Well,
Looks like it killed another.
might be agitated. It didn't get to feed. This big boy is still, well, big. Unlike the others.
Maybe we could set a trap for it.
There's some thinking. And on that note, we'll cut over to Guzrock. As you're walking about the perimeter, just ping where you go.
I'm probably gonna...
Just like a big square.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just like walk around in a circle up this way and then around the outer side and then back down. Assuming just looking for any other thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I know I heard two voices, and the boars on the opposite side of the farm are also agitated for some reason, so...
Yeah, it's simple enough to see. By the time you're making your way to the northern pen, you notice that most of the boars have fled this corner, and there is a bloody mess overlaying in the grass.
Does it look like there's still meat on it?
You can get up closer and do a bit of a medicine check.
I am going to... Yeah, I'll get closer. 15.
Yeah, as the medicine check might not have entirely been necessary, but you get closer, get a closer look at this thing, and this carcass isn't necessarily a carcass, it's ripped to fucking shreds. There's bits of limbs just thrown everywhere, and like meaty giblets just ripped apart and thrown about. Whatever did this was savage.
What is it? Does it look like most of the meat has been torn away?
Yeah. All that's left is like sinewy bits and chunks of bone that have been cracked open, and it probably didn't have enough time to drain the marrow, but it had a crack at it.
Alright, I'm gonna look through the fresh snow and see if I can spot tracks, hopefully fairly easily. And like
Yeah.
blood.
That is actually a good idea. Alright. I can't remember how to do a hidden roll, but that's okay. There are a few tracks, like, more specifically once you get into the pen, but looking around to the outsides, it's really difficult to place any. You can see a step or so here and there, but whatever did this was light on its feet.
Does it look like those steps continue outward? Or do I just see like buffeted snow from like perhaps wings?
What steps you can find, yeah, they do continue outward, and you can maybe spot traces of tracks from out to about 30 feet of the fences going north.
Okay.
And relatively north is just the top of the map.
Alright. I'll return to the party then. something managed to eat one of the boars in a quarter of a minute.
Oh, that's incredibly fast and concerning.
One of the boars went missing too. Well, heck.
To shreds, I say.
Shreds, he says.
I am guessing it either leaps or
Bounds.
bounds or has some means of flight. I noticed some footprints.
I mean, if it had anything to do with, had the same kind of fog cloud.
Maybe. But
Sorry, go ahead.
perhaps a little assistance in identifying the tracks, and perhaps we should attempt to follow it before it gets too far.
Great, that could work out well in our favor.
Gazrock, looking at the ground, you can't help but think this was kind of a similar track to the one that Lorien is leaving.
Narrow my eyes at Lorien.
And that is to say, that of a dragon-like creature.
It had the same tracks you have, and
Wait, I'm leaving Dragon Tracks?
Yeah, remember one of the wild magic surges?
you know,
Oh.
You leave baby dragon's tracks.
Right, Dragon Tracks, that's right. Oh, I mean, I was hungry earlier, and I did eat a little hog, but not this hog.
Yes.
She finger guns
What?
towards Jordan. Sex.
But you know what they say, sharing is caring.
Indeed. That's why you got to enjoy that. Right. So what we probably should do then is, I don't know, I still think the trap might be our best bet. If we can lure it out, we can deal with it properly. But we already killed one.
Did you kill it though?
Probably.
Looking around, I don't see any carcass or
Well, I
corpse.
mean, it was a tentacle cloud, so maybe you've known clouds to leave corpses behind when they're done raining.
I look around. Is the ground wet where we fought it?
I mean, it's snowy out, so it's a little bit damp, but no.
It's snowy out, so yes, it's very wet.
Looking further down this way, do I see any tracks or anything, or perhaps that might perhaps indicate that this thing was a projection and not the real thing?
Damn it, Shay, you're coming at me with the good questions. Roll me perception and aim very high.
Okay.
Nat 20, nat 20.
Do I have advantage for some reason?
No. If you did this first, you would have, but you went and checked on the boars.
Okay.
Unfortunately, looking out, you can only see tracks of, heavy-footed guards that walk along this kind of route, and they were left like a good 20-30 minutes ago, that amazingly still haven't been filled in.
Alright.
But yeah, you don't get it. You don't really see anything.
If I step outside the fence and make my way towards the tree line, would I have a better chance of noticing something?
Technically.
I would do that. Yeah. 8.
Unfortunately, you get the impression that this cloud creature that was levitating is long gone. Or maybe it died, you never know.
So I'll return again. Perhaps the reason it dissolved was because it is a projection and not the real thing. Or maybe it died and it's demonic and was sucked back into the abyss.
Huh. I mean, yeah, that's an idea. We could look into that a little more.
Unfortunately, I could not locate any tracks in that direction.
Oh. We can still keep looking. It's a better lead than anything else we have right now.
And do we still want to do the trap, or are we going hunting? I'm good with either idea.
Shit, I mean, we'll probably only have time to do one or the other.
Well, if we only have time for one, I say we lay the trap, so we don't have to go find it, it'll come to us.
That's fair. That work for everybody else?
Yeah, I'm not much of a hunter.
Can I borrow one of your beasts? I ask him.
I'm loath to put any more of them up to the slaughter.
Yeah,
We've
but
already
it's gonna
got
just be
meat
one
for a
instead
month
of-
right here.
It'll be one instead of, most.
All of them?
Yeah. So just
Not
pick,
to be
pick
crass, but
pick the
don't
one
you think
like
the big one
least.
here would be suitable bait?
No.
Can you dress me up as a yak?
I actually could.
I like this idea.
Hold on, this is crazy enough to work. I don't hate this idea now. I mean, it does require you to get completely naked, Guzrock.
I can do that.
Yeah, that's a little too eager. All right, sure. Let's do that. Let's yak them up.
Yeah.
And look,
So,
if
yeah.
it happens to die, it just means we have dinner for a while too.
During the rest of the night and henceforth morning, Jax, assumingly with your help, will go about shaving this yak here, and just
Should we shave
roughly.
Guzrock too to make it look authentic.
No, he's just sewing bits of hide together to make it a yak outfit.
Fine, I guess.
And then when that's all done, he sends the pieces off to one of the other workers, and they go about sewing it. And it's not amazing because it's a 1-day curing process, but it'll do the job. Once that's all said and done, Jax and friends will go about slaughtering this beast. There's no use letting it go to waste, so they're gonna have dinner ready in like 10 hours.
Wait, hold on. So he didn't want to slaughter a beast as bait, but he just decides to kill it after it's shaved? Okay.
No, this one's already dead.
Oh, well, I mean, we could have just made that one look alive, but it's fine.
That would
No,
have
that's
been
less
easier.
fun.
Yeah, but I mean... Alright, guys, it's time for you to get shaved down.
Not the beard.
Nah, everything. It's gotta look authentic.
I quit.
We were just gonna have Envy flash fry everything off. Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't need to get shaved.
Oh, that's good. Cool. I get dressed up as a yak.
Yeah. Currently, you guys know is probably too strong of a word, but get the sneaking suspicion that things only happen at night.
Yeah.
So,
We got time to kill.
yeah, there's a safe enough window during the day where you guys can sleep and all the farmers go about their work. So, is anyone doing anything with their downtime?
I will take a moment to speak with Jax.
Yeah. What about?
Should actually get the trap set up too.
I'm opening a gourmet restaurant. And shoot, what was the city called? I need to find the city again. Notes. Where are you notes? It's been a week and I've already forgotten.
And I didn't write it down.
Oh no. You had named it after another song or band. We're gonna call it. Sabaton now.
I think that's exactly what you said last week too.
Listen, I'm sure it was.
I opened a restaurant in the town, and I'm calling it. I think I'm gonna call it the Swellington. Keep it nice and simple.
Call the town the Swellington.
No, the restaurant.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can call it town Swellington.
I can call it the town's gonna become known as the Swellington because I'm gonna be so famous. But I'm going to need a steady supply of food, and was wondering if you'd be interested in setting up a deal, long-term arrangement. You have meat and not meat.
What?
I have exquisite spices and such.
11 herbs and spices.
Unfortunately, I can't help you in the herb department. It's not what we grow.
It's fine.
Not much of it grows up north here anyway, except wildly. But I can help you on the heartier side of things. Though, it's not the healthiest meat arrangement. The veggies will do you nicely though. All sorts of root vegetables. Of course, we've already got people pining for our goods. You'd have to make it worth it.
I'm going to be, as my first opening, gourmet is going to include a secret spice that has been wrought from the remains of a demigod. You understand how
Well,
much people will pay for that?
now that you've told me, it's not much of a secret now, is it?
It is if you keep it.
It's also going to be.
He gives a hearty chuckle.
There's also going to be a cobalt chutney. It's delicious, probably.
It's absolutely delicious.
Well,
Whereas legs,
it seems awfully exotic. A tad too exotic for my humble tastes. Though, these are basic ingredients, I'll have you know. They won't wow the big city folk, unless you do something fantastical with them. I'd want to hope this spice of yours will do just that.
I think it's mighty. I can put a down payment of 25 gold.
Well, that'll buy you a yak. But I'll be friendly. I've already got one unfortunate enough to go to slaughter early. We finish up this job soon enough, and you can take a nice hearty chunk of its rump.